Hey, men, we gotta talk about pain. Welcome to the Relationship Theory. My name is Zay, the Emotional Doctor. Here we take thoughts in, we break them down, we build them up, and we play them out. Today, we're going to be talking about pain, and I want to direct this message to the men. So, now that I can finally use this word, because in our last episode we talked about red versus blue, I was talking about the pills, but I really wanted to get my point across without using any of the words. But today, I'm going to refer directly to it, the red pill. I watch a lot of videos. I have a lot of people that I follow and I really appreciate their content. Shout out to Anthony Spade, Steph is Cold, FitX Fearless, MJ Get Right, Donovan Sharp, Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to you guys. The content is wonderful. But I've been listening to a lot of the people who message them. I listened to a lot of the responses that a lot of these red pill coaches have to give. And it seems like a lot of the men, although they do have the right idea in mind to become better versions of themselves, they're doing it because they have been bruised. Now, I've realized in my life that I have been through certain types of pain, but I could say that I've been pursuing this idea of the red pill, not necessarily because I've been bruised, but simply because one, I wanted to be a better person. And then two, I just learned that there's so much to learn about the mind and the way that it processes information that I just got that engaged into it. Plus, I don't think that it's limited to the fact that you have to be hurt to learn something. I think that you can decide to learn something before you get hurt, not necessarily because you want to avoid it, but just simply because you want a better life for yourself. And that's what I think that a lot of men are missing the point about. And this is exactly what is going to actually get them back in the same situations that they are trying to get out of, aka not be hurt by. Most of the men are trying not to be hurt anymore. And that's why they're following red pill logic and going their own way and all these things. A lot of the men secretly still want to play the game. They just want the rules to be fair. And I actually want to lay this out clear here. Here at the Relationship Theory, we're not interested in going back in and playing the game. We're also not interested in trying to change the game at all. We don't care about the platform. The only thing that we are concerned with here at TRT is the mind, the way the rules go as far as our experiences suggest the rules go in our life. We're here trying to build better lives for ourselves, actively, piece by piece, brick by brick. We're not driven by pain when we want to learn what we want to learn. We're not driven by pain to create a better future for ourselves. We're driven by the future to create a better future. Because what we realize here at TRT is the future is now. The future is us. We are what makes the future. It doesn't make any sense to be lost. No, not to be lost, but it doesn't make any sense to allow the future to be in the hands of anybody else just because you still want to have fun. If you want to have fun, put it into the future life you want to build. That's the logic. But anyway, pain. A lot of men are chasing the red pill to avoid pain. I hope you know that once you don't need the red pill logic to preserve your way of life, you're going to fall right back into that same slot. A lot of you don't realize this, and I really hope that you catch up to this idea really quickly. The things that you're trying to avoid are only ever going to come back to bite you twice as hard. So why don't we learn exactly what it is that we want to run away from? Why don't we learn exactly what it is that our emotions mean? Why don't we want to learn exactly what it is that our feelings have? Why don't we learn those things instead? I think that's what's important. Let's reevaluate the idea of what pain is. Let's stop thinking that it's this thing that it hurts and and you bleed and you learn lessons. Pain doesn't mean a learned lesson. If you learn a lesson, you learn a lesson. Lessons aren't necessarily attached to anything. There doesn't need to be a context for why you become a better person. You ought to take control of your life. Take the control. Not because anyone else is going to take control of you. Let's stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and just focus on what we want and need to do. Don't you understand that you'll be able to handle the things that people try to bring your way much better if you're not so concerned about what they're doing? Stop being so concerned about what other people are doing. It doesn't matter if somebody wants to steal from you. Have your weapons ready in case a thief comes. Not the thief, but a thief. The context should always be in your favor, in your perspective, in your life. Anybody who wants to address you ought to be able to address you the way you're addressing yourself. Let's get away from this concept of pain, because I promise you, men, that your desire to not want to feel pain anymore is exactly why you'll never be able to escape. That's going to be this episode 34. Men, let's talk. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Go ahead and send an email to therelationshiptheory@gmail.com. Please check in the description box. I got a bunch of links and things that you can use to explore this world of TRT. Let's stop trying to run away from pain. Let's make it a part of who we are so that we can get beyond this. Because everyone can take advantage of you. If pain is the only thing that you're worried about, I promise you, that's not the place that you want to be. Enjoy your day. On my parade, on my parade.